You join us on this very sunny Sunday morning here in Sussex. There's a lot of Essex there. We are en route to my friend's house. We're going to go take a look at probably the biggest mistake of a purchase I've made so far in my life. I went to a classic car auction just a few weekends ago and I might have bid on a really rare BMW that's been sat for about 11 years undriven. So this could be the best purchase of my life or like the worst mistake anyone could have possibly made. But stay tuned, we're a few seconds away. I'm gonna give you a little tour of the car, show you what it's all about, talk about its history, and I suppose you guys will let me know what you think later on. Here we go. Here it is. Right, follow us. Let's go have a little wander, a little tour of the car. Oh my God, it still looks awful.
It always did.
I mean, it's not going to get any better just sat here, is it? So this is it. It's a 1995 Alpina B3, and it's, I think, one of under 200 ever made globally, and only about, I think, 60 or 70 made it to the UK in right-hand drive. So a genuine UK car. But it's been, what, sat for 11 years? Something like that?
Minus somebody attempting to put it back on the road about 8 years ago when it just decided to explode, according to the MOT records.
By explode, you mean just overheating, which is a normal BMW issue. But, I mean, the number plate says it all. The moss, there's an actual ecosystem here in the bumpers. In fact, I'm going to get my phone out. The things that you guys can't see, I'm going to film close up. So take a look at the moss in here. And when we talk about it being sat, do we think there's going to be some rust? I know the answer to this.
Definitely not. It's an old BMW, E36 BMW. It's going to be solid.
I mean, so we've got all this stuff still here in the boot. So if we maneuver some of this stuff out, and I'll give you guys a little peek of what's underneath.
You're already missing the point, though.
Let's just do a countdown for the ladies and gentlemen and the people of the internet. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's soggy. Wait, is that that's a new leaf? The car is sprouting.
I actually pulled 2 of them already. It's ecological.
But this is a very rare car. This is a very rare car. I mean, how many M3s are made? I didn't look this up, but thousands.
Yeah.
How many Alpina B3s are ever made? Like less than 200 coupes in the world. But actually, you kind of look at it, and someone's put a bit of attention to the car. Like, the wheels have all been refurbished. They look good.
That is one good thing about it.
The spec's really nice about the car. Got lots of options. Someone's really cared for the car. The colour's Montreal blue, and if you come over to the front, you'll see that
some of it is escaping.
Some of the paint has escaped, unfortunately. It is self-peeling. Kind of like a wrap. I think it's self-matting, and I think matte is all the rage these days.
Yeah.
And then someone's tried to chavify an Alpina, which I think is the worst crime you could possibly do. Someone's genuinely tried to paint this black, and it just peels off with my finger. It's awful. But the Alpina spoiler's all cracked off. I mean, the car's been sat for 10 years, and it was actually, on the auction, sold as a non-running car.
But there is a little bit of a surprise here.
Do you want to pop the bonnet?
Can do.
Right. So I fully bought this thing thinking it's a non-starter, but it can be a cool car. Maybe we'll get it fixed up. That doesn't hold. Should we give it a go? See what happens? It is alive. It is alive. The car actually runs. And how smooth is this? I mean, who'd have thought a car that hasn't been on the road for over, like, what, 10, 11 years runs as smoothly as this? That engine is the infamous M50 B2.5 TU.
Technically, this is a B25 TU, but in Alpina world, this is called a B30 because it's a 3-litre. But BMW does not acknowledge its existence because it's an Alpina engine.
Which is interesting because on the V5, so if you're watching from outside the UK, the V5 is like our registration documents, the proof the car exists and is legal for the road.
Title, yeah.
The V5 says it's a 3-litre, but has no emissions on it, which means if you go into London, you don't pay the ULEZ charge, which is the ultra low emission zone charge. So technically, this car's like this. Just don't tell the government.
Yeah.
This is a free car to drive into London, which is also another reason why I thought it would be really cool to have. Actually, can we open up the passenger door? If I kneel in,
Yeah, well,
and if you want to like open the door for the people, Tyler, if you want to come over here. Right, have a look at this. If we had smell-o-vision right now, you could the smell of old BMW factory glue and seats is stunning. I mean, the interior is
a little bit of mold. Don't forget.
We'll forget them. Is there? Where? There's not the interior is surprisingly in good shape. I mean, right, it's all cracked up on the seats. There's actually a cigarette hole down here. This car was a company car where it done 20,000 miles a year for the first few years of its life. But I mean, someone's gone all out on the interior. They've got the wood all the way around, even like all the way to the back. It's got the heated seats. It's got cruise control. It's got the manual gearbox, which actually does work. Someone has optioned out the traction control, but the full onboard computer and the climate control and the sunroof. Now the headliner, you guys can't see it. Actually, I might just get my camera out. The headliner, unfortunately, is doing 90s BMW things, and it is rotting away, unfortunately. So anyone who knows about these cars, having a sunroof and trying to get the headliner out is going to be an impossible job, but that'll be an issue for another day, I think. But all in all, this car's actually been looked after quite well, and we know it's a genuine Alpina because hiding in here, you can't see it, so again, I'll get my camera out. Hiding in there is the Alpina badge, and you may not be able to read it properly, but it says, hold on, B3 Coupe, number 184. Oh, it's got the torch. So I mean, like, all in all, this car, spec-wise, fantastic. It is really cool. Now, Thanos, how about we tell the people what's not so good about the car? How about, should we start on the outside? I've got a dog.
Yeah, well,
Dog. Look at the dog. Hi, dog. How about we go around the car? We've seen the spare wheel well. How about you, because you've been under the car.
yeah.
Right, you know what, go stand there. Tell us what's wrong with this car.
It's the car that's wrong with the car.
It can't be the car runs. It's fine, right?
Well, the car runs, but I don't know if you want to insert those clips. The head gasket is probably blown. It doesn't want to cool itself down.
Which is a typical E36 BMW problem. That's nothing special to this car. That's fine, that's an easy fix.
Relatively speaking, the only problem with this particular car is that this engine is very unique, and we don't know how much it shares with a 2.5 litre. But it runs for now. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, also we're being dog bombed right now.
There is now a dog in the carriage. Hi, puppy.
Well, for starters, the boot lid itself.
Oh, should I get my camera out again? Right, here we go. So what's this?
That's rust.
No. Where? There's no rust there. It's just a paint defect.
And then, obviously, the rear front panel is all gone. It's fully holed.
Oh, shit, wait. Did you just poke a hole in that?
Yeah, and...
Oh, fuck. Do you reckon if we peel this off?
I think you shouldn't, because I think that's structural at this point.
Oh my God.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, put it back on.
Okay. Oh, let's just pretend that never happened.
You can pretend
fine.
we didn't see that.
That's fine. Perfect. Is it perfect? It's a functioning car. The boot works.
Well, kind of.
That's a bit of bubble in here. That's good. That's fine, right? Solid.
It is cosmetic. It's not structural.
That's fine. Bit of bubble in there. That's not a problem at all. Typical E36 problems. Normal.
Also, somebody fitted some boy racer coilovers at some point, and the car is slammed on the ground. But this is, again...
Right, but stance, the fit we've got here, this stance is pretty fire, wouldn't you say? No. I would rather the car was on stance suspension. I think the first thing we would do after we get it MOT-able, if that's even possible, is replace these springs, put on factory springs, get it sat correctly, because that is just awful. I thought the car had collapsed when I saw it the first time. I thought it was literally sat on its arse, but those are actual springs.
Yeah, but then we move on to the not so good.
We know about the bonnet paint.
We do know about the bonnet paint, which is escaping. But if we again pop the bonnet,
We don't have the engine was fine. We just saw the engine, didn't we?
yeah, the things around the engine are not that good though.
What? I mean, the washer fluid needs replacing because that leaks the washer fluid, so that won't pass an MOT, unfortunately.
But then we come on to here.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. Is that good? Seeing is that part of the car you're holding?
Yeah. Well, we can put that back on here, and we can also pretend we didn't see that.
That's fixed now.
That's fixed.
And the stickers are still here. It says Montreal Blau Metallic, which is good.
Well,
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's got the sticker, and it's got the Alpina VIN here.
The Alpina VIN's hiding up there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've not actually seen that yet. And it's backwards. Oh, so I guess if you're like looking at it upside down like this, you can see, oh shit, there's the Alpina VIN. Okay, so that's a positive. That's not a bad thing.
No.
I can see there's a little bit more here. Oh god, okay.
Well, we can.
Oh. Did you just... Oh.
Yeah.
No. Wait, hold on, let me get the camera.
Again,
That's just the sealant.
no, but well, it's fine. You can just put that
And
over.
the best thing is, you're actually doing this with the car's actual key.
Yeah.
You
Which
are
works.
You are murdering the car
It's
with its
suicide.
own key.
But we haven't shown the best parts to the people.
I mean, there can't be anything worse. It's just, okay, so we need to patch that bit up, patch this bit up. So far, that's boot floor. Yeah?
Yeah. Well,
But otherwise, water coolant, the washer fluid even.
I don't know if you want to have a look over there, over the under.
What, you want to... Where there is... But this is, look, there's no... This is all solid. Solid.
Well, I shouldn't be able to put my fist all the way up there.
Wait, you're doing... I didn't want to show you this. I did not want to show you this, but... If we go underneath, I wonder if I can actually show you this properly. I wish we had a ramp, but we don't.
I think you need to use a flashlight.
Well, there is a gaping hole. That is where your feet... Well, there's a section for your feet still, but there's a whole panel missing. Like, it just fallen off. But we still have that panel.
Yeah,
Like,
let's not get too hasty, because
that...
we actually have it.
That was the floor.
So all you need is to reattach
To
this.
be clear, this is stuck on literally by the underseal. There is no metal left here. That was the underside.
We can keep that back there.
And we can just stick it back on, can't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
But look, it's even still got the original tax sticker, which is, it still says Alpina Sitno. Do you reckon we can get that reproduced? If anyone knows in the comments below, if we can get that reproduced, hit me up. I mean, I've had someone else look at the car underneath it on a ramp. The car did hold itself. It didn't fall through and collapse, thankfully. Not a good look. And there's a good chance this car will never see the road again. Never, because of how holy and rusty the car is. But I'm not ready to give up on it just yet. We want to strip out the interior to see how the actual floor above the rust bit is doing, because if that floor is salvageable, there's a chance we can get some quotes for some welders to patch up the underside and get it through an MOT. There's going to be a list of things to do before we even try and get it through an MOT. Let's even say the car has no holes. We still have to do the brake lines, the brakes themselves,
the engine,
fuel lines, fuel pump, the cooling system of the car. The lights all work, the wipers work. Oh, the washer bottle, that's probably the most difficult bit. New washer bottles. And I think, how many fingers am I holding? There's like 7 steps and the car will be perfect. Perfect. Maybe we'll sort out the paint later. But I reckon what would be really nice for the video at least is we'll give the car a wash. Its first wash in God knows how long. And then maybe that will just give it a bit of joie de vivre, a bit of life. Give us some motivation to see how it gets on, especially how nice a day it is today. You're not really meant to be jet washing a car in this condition, but honestly, I don't give a f right now. It's a Sunday. It's a nice day. Sun's shining. It'd be rude not to wash it, you know? It's the law. You're meant to wash your car on a Sunday when it's sunny. I just want to make it absolutely clear, this is not a detailing video. If you're a detailer, you're telling me to use brushes and stuff to wash it. It's not the video for this, please. These wheels are so easy to clean. I love cleaning Alpina wheels. I think the question really is this car salvageable? Will it ever see the road or will it not? So I'm thinking in the next episode, we'll see if we can get the cooling system sorted, but also rip the interior apart and just see the floor, get some photos of the interior, get some photos of the floor properly sent across like a welder, and just pray that they think this car is salvageable, get a quote. And if that's possible, fantastic. There'll be more episodes of the Alpina progressing. If this car isn't salvageable, there's a chance it may not be, even though I really want it to be salvageable. Take the engine, gearbox, interior, I like the interior of this, and put it in my other E36 that I've just finished working on. In the last 4 years, it's had a lot of rust and stuff sorted. So either, there's two options, either this whole car lives or the soul will live. We will try and salvage as much as we can.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed, it survives.
And actually, before we end the video, I have a question to ask you because there's been a very
Heated
contentious debate. Headlights, E36 headlights, side repeaters, white clears or ambers? I'm team amber. I reckon amber looks way better. Amber indicators.
Not in an Alpina.
Gingicators.
Not in an Alpina.
On an E36. That's how the car came. That's how God intended the car to be. Clear ones, I think they look good, but they're just a bit samey. Vote in the comments below, clears or ambers. And actually, stay tuned, subscribe, because there's going to be hopefully more of these videos.
Oh God.
And I'd rather than keeping all these thoughts in my mind, I can share them with the rest of you guys. So thank you for watching the first episode of this barn find Alpina. What would you call it? Garage find, auction find.
Auction find
mistake,
Alpina.
Financial mistake.
Yeah.
And then stay tuned for the next episode, whenever that might be.